What's happening, NXPT? This is your nutrition video for week 2 of the Fitness Results Summer Detox Challenge. If you haven't watched week 1's nutrition video, pause this one and go back and watch week 1 video first. I go all over your body composition scan, how to navigate through your results and how to interpret those. We also get your basal metabolic rate from that scan, which is really important in determining how much food you should be eating every day. It also tells you what your lean body mass is, which is going to be the basis for how much protein you should be eating in a day. So make sure you go back and watch week 1's video first, and then come back to this video. If you haven't met me yet, my name's Andrea Givens. I'm a performance dietitian and fellow NXPT member, and I'm your resource for all things nutrition during this challenge. So this video, we're going to talk about your nutrition, your food, what you should be eating to get results. So from your scan, you can look at your basal metabolic rate and your lean body mass. Make sure you have those numbers readily available for you for this video. You can calculate your total calorie needs using the calorie calculator worksheet. That is a PDF available on the NXPT website. I'll put a link in the description of this video for that. It was also emailed out in the last week's email. So you can find the calorie calculator worksheet there. And basically what that is just taking your basal metabolic rate and using predictive equations, figuring out what's a starting point for how many calories you should be eating every day. From there, you break that down into your meals, and you can also break that down into your macros. It's really helpful, if you haven't done so already, to be tracking your nutrition using a logging app, something like MyFitnessPal or Chronometer. There's a lot of other, or Lose It, there's a lot of other free apps out there. Those are the 3 that I'm most familiar with and that my clients have used. So Chronometer, MyFitnessPal, or Lose It. And it's really useful to start tracking your nutrition to make sure, number 1, that you're eating enough protein and enough fiber, and also that you are staying within your calorie goals, that you're eating enough and not too much. So it's also just really insightful and a good self-assessment. And it also really helps for you to learn portion sizes and see how much you're eating, and making sure that you're learning portion sizes of things like protein, carbs, fat, veggies, all of that. So download a nutrition tracking app and start tracking your food intake this week if you haven't already. The other thing I want to make sure to mention is, if you have not already, you should take advantage of the new partnership that we have with Lean Machine Meal Prep Company. They're offering NXPT members a 25% discount off of their meal prep delivery meals. Now, I have tried this service last week, and I ordered again from them this week. It is an amazing food product that is delivered to your doorstep either on Sundays or Wednesdays. They do 2 days of delivery throughout the week. And you can go on their website and order meals. And these are perfect meals for you for this challenge, because they have a balanced amount of protein, carbohydrates, fat. They're delicious. Their protein is really good. Their sauces and dressings are excellent. And they also have an immunity shot, which, if you know me personally, you know that I love ginger. I love spicy immunity shots like that. So try those out as well. So Lean Machine Meal Prep Company is offering NXPT members 25% off during the challenge. And then after that, they're going to have another deal for us. So go to their website and order some meals. It will help you to meet your nutrition goals. So going back to your food logging and your scan results and what to do with all those numbers. So essentially, what your diet should look like, your diet should have variety, it should be balanced, and your plate or bowl, or however you're eating your meals, should have a good amount of balance and all the components that I'm about to go through. So number 1 is protein. Protein is going to be your best friend when you're trying to lose fat and build muscle. Not only is protein the actual tissue that our muscles are made up of, but it also is really important for our immune function and a ton of other processes in our body. So you want your meals to be protein and plant forward. So with protein, the grams of protein that you should eat in a day is the most important thing. This is going to be around 1 gram of protein per pound of lean body mass. So you can look at your lean body mass from your scan results and see what that is. And this, if you don't have a scan, go get one. You can also base this roughly off your ideal body weight if you don't have your lean body mass from the scan. So making sure for most adults, this is going to be at least 100 grams of protein per day, which means that per meal, you want to get at least 30 grams of protein. Protein is really important to have in the morning after you wake up because your body's been fasting, and you always want to break a fast with protein because your body is going to kind of overreact to whatever you're putting in it after a fast. So you need to break the fast always with protein first. That's going to be things like Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, eggs, meat, fish, poultry, anything that you like, protein shakes, all that is good for protein. Try to get at least 30 grams per meal, and then probably 10 to 15, maybe even 30 grams at a snack. Protein helps to keep you full for longer. A lot of times if people are hungry in the afternoon, they're craving sweets, it's because you're not eating enough protein, and you're not eating enough protein early in the morning, like at your breakfast. So try to get 30 grams of protein, especially in the morning. Surrounding your workouts, you can have protein before or after. Really what matters most is your total protein intake for the entire day. Now, the Lean Machine meal prep meals all have at least 20-25 grams of protein. They make 2 signature sizes, so they have a small and a large size. You can also custom order your meals, so you can make the portion sizes to whatever you need them to be, but their standard meals are going to be perfect for most people. So either the small or the large is going to have either 4 or 7 ounces of protein, and that's going to get you well above that 30 grams of protein. So protein in foods is going to vary. You can use nutrition fact labels, or if you use your food logging app, a lot of times you can scan barcodes and it will upload automatically how much protein, bring in the nutrition facts, and you can see how much protein is in that food. So in general, like 1 egg has 6 or 7 grams of protein. And then for lean sources of meat, 1 ounce weight of the meat has 7 grams of protein. So make sure that you're not confusing the weight of foods for how many grams of protein is in them. So the nutrition logging apps will help you kind of see what portion sizes are using weights and how many grams of protein is in that food. If you have a basic kitchen scale, that's going to be your best friend. If you don't have one, you can get one from Amazon or from Target for less than $20, and it helps to be really accurate with your portion sizes, because a lot of times if you're using measuring cups and measuring spoons, which is perfectly fine, to be more accurate, you're actually going to want to take the weight of the food. In the kitchen scale, you can do that, and it's also less cleanup because you can measure things directly out of containers, and it's just less of a mess. You're not using measuring cups. So there's your protein. It's going to be 1 gram per pound of your lean body mass. And for most adults, it's going to be at least 100 grams a day. Having 30 grams at least at your meals. Snacks can be a little bit less, but that protein is going to be really important for building muscle. And then you want your protein intake high when you're trying to lose body fat. Even if you're cutting calories total overall, you want your protein to still be really high. Next, we have our carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are the body's main energy source. It's the main energy source for your muscles when you're working out. It's the main energy source for your brain. So you don't want to cut carbohydrates out completely. You just want to have the appropriate amount for your activity level. Our body, our brain needs 130 grams of carbohydrate per day at a bare minimum. So this, just to make it easy, you can say that you pretty much should have a 1-to-1 ratio of grams of protein to grams of carbohydrate, because this is going to put most people at the 130 gram of carbohydrate daily minimum. And then depending on what your workouts are looking like, you can add a little bit more carbohydrate. This is going to look like in food, this is going to look like half of a cup up to a cup of carbohydrate foods at each meal. Again, the Lean Machine meal prep meals have exactly that much carbohydrate, so they are spot on for portion sizes. If you are making your own food, This is going to be half a cup to a cup. You can use your food tracking app to help you see how many grams of carbohydrate is in different foods. So this is going to be roughly 30 to 50 grams of carbohydrate per meals if you're eating 3 meals a day or 4 meals a day or 3 meals plus snacks. You want to divvy up your 130 to up to 200 grams of carbohydrate per day at your meals and snacks. And then you definitely want veggies. So non-starchy vegetables are going to be your best friend. They are not only going to help to fill you up, help to keep your GI tract nice and healthy, help with your immune function, but they're also going to help with recovery after all this exercise that you're doing. So darkly pigmented fruits and vegetables, things that have really bright, deep colors, are going to be really good for you. So things like leafy greens and sweet potatoes and bell peppers, broccoli, cruciferous vegetables, carrots, berries, anything that has like a lot of color in it is going to be really good. You're going to want that on your plate. So fruits and veggies have high fiber and high water content for really low calories. So your plate should be protein, carbohydrate, and then colorful fruits and veggies, preferably heavier on the vegetable side than the fruit side. For fruits, it's good to have the lower calorie, higher fiber fruits, specifically things like berries, any berry, blueberry, blackberry, raspberry. Those are the best fruits. And for vegetables, it's just all about variety of color. So make sure that you have veggies on your plate. You can eat them however you like them. So if you like raw veggies like a salad, or if you like things that are cooked, so like sauteed or grilled, any type of veggie, it doesn't matter how you eat them, just get them into your body and you can eat them in a variety of ways. Variety is the spice of life, and that helps to keep you healthy as well. So make sure that your meal composition has protein, carbohydrate, and then color. If you are somebody that has limited time and is looking for a way to just be more efficient with your nutrition, check out the Lean Machine Meal Prep Company. They'll deliver meals to your house and they are appropriately portioned and they're really tasty. That's it for this week's video, and we'll see you guys next week.